Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda, your academic advisor here at the Weber Honors College. If you'd like to turn on closed captions, just click the CC button below. Let's start with the most important info, and it's right here in the first 30 seconds of this video. To stay eligible to be enrolled in the Weber Honors College, you must be enrolled in Honors 113 this fall semester. It's a 3-unit course and is required for all new honors students. You will be pre-registered into Honors 100 Section 1 on Wednesdays from 9 to 9:50 a.m., and you must stay enrolled in that section to be in the Weber Honors College. If the section of 113 that you want is already full by the time that you register at your new student orientation session, you'll need to choose another open section of Honors 113. The rest of this video will walk you through how to enroll in your honors courses and how to start planning for your major and GE classes. There's also an FAQ section near the end, and all the links I mentioned are listed in the video description below. Let's get started and go over what you can expect on your orientation day. You should have already started your pre-orientation modules online. These are made available to you once you've registered for orientation. If you're having any trouble accessing the modules, you'll want to email orientation@sdsu.edu. On your actual orientation day, things will kick off early. Check-in opens at 8 a.m., so plan to arrive on time and ready to go. During the day, you'll connect with an SDSU ambassador who's an experienced upperclassman trained to help you navigate orientation and answer your questions. You'll also hear from your assistant dean of your college who will walk you through important resources and support available to you based on your major. One of the biggest parts of orientation is finalizing your fall class schedule. By the end of the day, you'll make sure that you're fully registered for all your fall classes. So how will you know what to register for and what to take? That's exactly what the rest of this video is here to explain. Before your orientation day, the most important thing to make sure is that you've taken any placement exams that your major requires. The two main ones are math, if you're planning to take calculus, and chemistry if you're a science major. If you haven't taken the placement exams or you're not sure if you need to, go directly to the testing services website. I'll include a link in the video description. You can find a list of majors that need to take those exams, and if your major isn't on it, then you don't need to take them. Now, when you're online, you can just go ahead and search SDSU testing services. Then it'll bring you to the website, and then you'll want to go ahead and just scroll down until you see that incoming freshman tab. Go ahead and click there, and then you'll be taken to both the chem placement exam and the math placement assessment. So depending on which one you need, or if you need both, you can go ahead and click on the appropriate one, and then it'll take you to the website, and then you can go ahead and see when you're able to register for those specific exams. I want to give you a quick overview of what it really means to be a part of the Weber Honors College. Let's fast forward 4 years from now. You're graduating and stepping into a competitive job market or applying to grad schools, and you're up against thousands of other students with 4.0 GPAs and similar majors. So the main question is, what makes you stand out? That's where the honors minor comes in. It's built around interdisciplinary learning, which means you'll explore important issues from a variety of perspectives across different fields and ways of thinking. You'll get to choose from a wide range of unique topic-based classes, and there's no perfect major for honors. This program is designed to complement any field of study. A question that we hear a lot is, are the honors classes harder than your regular classes at SDSU? The short answer is no, not really. What makes them different is the format. Our honors classes are usually small, around 25 students, discussion-based, and centered on participation rather than long lectures. That means you'll be expected to stay on top of readings and assignments, but many students actually find these classes more enjoyable and even a GPA booster compared to their major classes. Also, just to clarify, these honors classes are not like your AP or your high school honors classes. They're more about depth, discussion, and critical thinking rather than cranking up the workload. One of the best parts is you'll be in a class with students from a variety of majors, which is a great opportunity to connect with people outside of your usual academic circle and build a broader network. One thing to know is that being in the honors college doesn't change your major classes. So yes, some of your major courses, especially the intro level ones, might still be large lecture halls with a few hundred students. The smaller discussion-based classes that we mentioned earlier are part of the honors minor, not your major. Another standout feature of the Honors College is that you're required to complete both an international experience and a high-impact practice, something similar to research, service learning, or an internship. These experiences not only help you grow personally and academically, but they also give you a serious edge when it comes to grad school or job applications. And you won't be navigating all of this alone. The Weber Honors College staff is here to support you with everything from planning for graduate school to finding and applying for internships, getting involved in research, and exploring opportunities both on and off campus. These are extra resources and guidance you get just by being a part of the honors community. Now, let's break down the honors minor since we've mentioned it a few times already. The entire curriculum is 16 total units, and you'll complete that over your time at SDSU. In your first fall semester, you'll be taking 4 of those units, and one of those classes is already set up for you. You'll be enrolled in Honors 100, a 1-unit seminar that meets once a week on Wednesdays from 9 to 9:50 a.m. This class is an intro to the Honors College and will help set you up for success at SDSU, both in the classroom and beyond. Honors 100 is the only large honors class that you'll take. Everyone in the incoming first-year honors cohort will be in the same 9 a.m. section. It'll already be on your schedule when you attend orientation, and it's important that you plan your other classes around it. Please note that Honors 100 is required. You are not allowed to drop this course. Enrollment in Honors 100 is a condition of your place in the Honors College and your housing in Zura Hall. Dropping the course means that you'll lose both your spot in the Honors College and Zura Hall if you are living on campus. Also, just to clarify, if you happen to see a 1 p.m. section of Honors 100 listed later in my SDSU, that section is only for upperclassmen and transfer students. You'll need to remain in the 9 a.m. section to be a part of the Honors College. Your second honors class for the fall semester will be Honors 113, a 3-unit course. This is the one that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Honors 113 is a small seminar-style class with only 22 to 25 students per section, and you'll get to choose the topic that interests you the most. I've included a full list of course descriptions in the email that you've received, so please take some time to look through them. Each section of Honors 113 meets on different days at different times with different professors, so be sure to review all the options carefully and pick the one that fits both your schedule and your interests. This class is a core part of your honors minor, and choosing a topic that you're genuinely excited about will help you get the most out of your experience. Now, let me show you how to add your Honors 113 class to your schedule using my SDSU. So now I'm just going to do SDSU class search. And then right here, how do I search for classes? Welcome to my SDSU. You can go ahead and click on that. And this will give you step-by-step instructions on how to search for classes in the My SDSU system. So first, when you go into My SDSU, you'll click on the Manage Classes tab, and then you'll go to Class Search and Enroll, and then you'll go ahead and pick Fall 2025. And then you can use the different filters to filter for the San Diego campus specifically. If you're looking up maybe a math class or a history class and you want to see those specific subjects, then you can go ahead and click on that additional ways to search tab, and those will bring up those options for you. So this is kind of what it would look like when you're filtering for those classes as well. Looking to those specific classes and wanting to know the details about them, when your classes pop up, you can go ahead and click on those. Those are actually hyperlinked, and then it'll bring up this information here. So it'll have the days and times, what room you're meeting in, the instructor, and then how many seats are still available. Going down here, you could also click on that lecture tab. Those are hyperlinked as well, and that will bring up details for you also on the class. All right, so now that you know how to search for classes, we're now going to talk about how you are able to add those classes to your shopping cart. So now I'm going to play a video that somebody else has already created from SDSU that walks us through that.
How to conduct a class search and add classes to the shopping cart. On the MySDSU homepage, select the Manage Classes tile, then select Class Search and Enroll in the side menu. Choose a term. To change a term, select the Change button at the top left. Enter a keyword to search and click the arrow to view a list of courses. You can also select additional ways to search by available subjects, catalog number, or instructor last name. Enter the information and select the search button. Narrow down your search results by choosing additional options in the side menu. Choose from options such as your campus, class meeting days, and class start times. Scroll through the search results. Results are shown in number order. Select the sort arrows to sort by subject and catalog number or course title. Select a class to view the course information. View the course description in the Course Information dropdown and select the class number to view additional course information. Select the class to add to your shopping cart. Choose your waitlist preference and select Accept. Before your enrollment date, the classes you select will be added to your shopping cart. During your enrollment date, you can choose to enroll or add to your shopping cart. Review your selection and preferences and select Submit. Once submitted, a notification will appear confirming that the course has been added to the shopping cart. We just covered how to conduct a class search and add classes to the shopping cart. For additional information and guides, visit my.sdsu.edu.
Okay, so now that we have gone through both how to search for classes through my SDSU and how to add those classes to your shopping cart, I'm now going to show you the course descriptions for the Honors 113 classes that we are offering this fall semester. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so in the email that was sent to you with these links, you'll be able to see both the Honors 113 section information for all of the ones that we're offering, as well as the corresponding course descriptions. So you'll be able to see all 16 sections that we're offering. You'll be able to see the name of the course, the professor who's teaching it, and the course description that they have provided for each of their courses. Then, kind of cross-referencing the section information handout, you can see the days and times that those courses meet, and then the location on campus that they will be meeting as well. And as I mentioned, this information has been provided to you in the email that was sent to you. Just a quick reminder, everything that we're planning right now is to help you get ready for your orientation date. Orientation officially begins on July 8th, and that's when students will start enrolling in their classes. It's important to know that your first or second choice for your Honors 113 or other classes may be full by the time that your orientation session happens. That's why it's really important to have a few backup sections in mind. You'll need to enroll in an open section of Honors 113 for the fall semester in order to stay in the Honors College. While you are able to waitlist yourself in another section, it is important that you stay enrolled in at least one open section to guarantee enrollment in the Weber Honors College. Please keep in mind that professors do not add seats to full sections, and the Honors College will not increase enrollment if other sections still have seats available. Even if you don't get your top choice Honors 113 course, please know that you'll still be in a small, engaging class that fulfills the core requirement for the honors minor, and that's really what's most important. Earlier, I mentioned the importance of keeping your schedule balanced each semester. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that. You'll have a few types of classes in your schedule. Major specific courses, these are often called major prep classes or upper division major courses. GE classes, every student has these no matter what your major is. And then your honors courses. These are a part of your honors minor and will also be a part of your schedule. Each semester, we recommend creating a mix of major prep, GE, and honors classes to help you stay on track without becoming overwhelmed. For your first semester, aim to enroll in around 13 to 17 units. You won't be able to enroll in over 18, which is the max, until 1 week before the start of the semester. And honestly, we don't recommend maxing out your units during your first semester. That said, some majors may require a heavier load. If that applies to you, be sure to talk with an SDSU ambassador or an advisor during orientation. They'll help make sure you're taking what you need without overloading yourself. All right, let's walk through the planning process for your fall schedule. First, a quick note. Some of you may have been pre-registered for a few classes based on your major. Not every major had this option, so if you're not sure what that means or you haven't heard anything about it, don't worry, it probably doesn't apply to you. If you were not pre-registered, the one class that you will need to add yourself to is Honors 113. To help guide your course planning, SDSU provides a tool called SDSU Major Roadmaps. This is a semester-by-semester outline that shows you all of the major and GE classes that you need to graduate in 4 years. But here's what you really need to know. The roadmap is not personalized. If you've taken any AP, IB, or community college courses, those credits will not automatically show up on your roadmap, even if they satisfy certain requirements. It also won't include any of your honors courses or any other minor classes, which means it's just a starting point, not a fully customized plan. That's why it's really important to attend your new student orientation. It gives you a chance to meet with an SDSU ambassador or an academic advisor who can help you figure out which requirements you may have already fulfilled, where your honors classes fit into your schedule, and how to build a realistic, balanced plan for your first semester and beyond. Now, let's walk through how to find your specific roadmap, which is your semester by semester academic guide. Start by opening your browser and typing in SDSU roadmaps. And then you'll want to go ahead and find the link where it says Roadmaps SDSU Catalog. And as you can see, all of the roadmaps are listed in alphabetical order by major. I will use the Biology BS roadmap for example. Once you've selected your major, you'll see a full outline of what your academic path might look like semester by semester. But here's something important to keep in mind. This is not a personalized plan. It's a general guide, and it's completely normal that you won't follow it exactly. In fact, about 95% of students don't. The most important part to focus on is your major prep courses. Those are the lower division requirements you need to complete before moving on to your upper division major courses. GE classes and electives can usually be rearranged depending on what fits best with your schedule. Each major prep course on the roadmap is labeled as major prep to help you distinguish between those and GE courses. As you can see here, for example, Biology 203, Chemistry 200, Bio 203 with the lab. These are all designated as major prep courses for the biology major. If it's labeled as major prep, that means it's part of your major's foundation. If it's an upper division requirement, it will be labeled as major. And that you'll be able to see as you scroll down, typically once you get into your year 3 and year 4, your upper division years. Anything listed on the roadmap that is not labeled as major prep or major course, then it is a GE requirement. Some courses can count for both, and those are especially helpful. So going back to the top, in that first semester, as you can see, Chem 200, it says it's a physical science 5A/laboratory 5C/major prep. So that means it's going to fulfill your GE physical science, your GE laboratory, and a major prep requirement. This also means that if you see a course, a GE labeled English composition or oral communication, and it doesn't have any major prep distinguished next to it, that means that you can take anything from that category. Understanding how to read the roadmap will help you make better decisions during your orientation and as you move throughout your degree requirements. When you open your roadmap, you'll notice that it already shows a full schedule planner for your first semester. For example, in the biology major, you'll see a complete list of courses laid out for you. But remember, as an honors student, you're required to take 4 units of honors classes in your first semester. That includes 3 units of honors 113 and 1 unit of honors 100, which is already going to be on your schedule by the time that you attend your orientation. You won't be taking any honors courses in the spring 2026 semester. We don't want you to stack these honors units on top of an already full schedule. So that means we definitely strongly advise that you take anything above 18 units. That can definitely be overwhelming, and we don't want you to have to go through that while you're adjusting to your new college life. Instead, you have 2 options to make room for your honors courses in your fall schedule. If you've already completed a GE requirement, for example, through an AP, IB, or community college credit, you can cross that off and replace it with your 4 units of honors classes. So for example, you might already meet the English composition requirement. If you did an AP language, AP literature exam and passed it, maybe you already have some sort of biology credit from AP Bio or things like that. That might meet those requirements. Maybe you took the AP Calculus exam, so you might have Math 124 already completed as well. So that is just something important to make sure that you're cross-referencing your degree evaluation to make sure that you're not taking anything extra that you've already met the requirement for. And then the honors 100 and 113 can take those places in that semester instead. If your roadmap has you taking any of the following GEs in the fall, it's really important that you keep them there, such as your GE English Composition, your GE Oral Communication, and your GE Math and Quantitative Reasoning. These are foundational courses, and SDSU requires you to complete them early. The best GEs to move, if they're listed on your fall schedule under your roadmap, are the American Institutions, GE Arts and Humanities, or any listed electives, as long as they're not fulfilling any specific major prep courses. Essentially, you're just doing a swap, replacing one of those 3-unit GEs with an Honors 313. And remember, Honors 100 for 1 unit is already going to be built into your schedule by the time that you register for the rest of your fall courses. Making space for your honors courses will help keep your schedule balanced and ensure that you're on track with your major and honors courses. Okay, so now that you know how to see an overview of which classes that you're supposed to take, how do you see which classes that you might have already earned credit for with AP exams? I've included a link to the AP chart in the email sent to you to help you figure out which classes you have credit for based on your AP scores. Let me show you how to interpret it. So now that we are on the SDSU University catalog, you can go ahead and click on the Academic Credit Through Examination tab here. And then this will bring you to the advanced placement credit, all of the exams, the scores needed, and then what that will give you credit for here at SDSU. So I will go ahead and use AP US History and AP Lang as an example. For US History, as you can see, you need a score of a 3, 4, or 5 on the AP exam in order to meet requirements for SDSU credits. If you do meet one of these scores, then you will be earning 6 units here at SDSU, 3 units from History 109, and 3 units from History 110. And this says here that it satisfies your American history / institutions and ideals and your US Constitution's requirements, but it does not satisfy your California government requirement. And then for AP Lang, if we go up here just a little bit, for language and composition, you need a score of a 3 or 4 on that AP exam in order to earn 6 SDSU units, 3 of which come from RWS 100 and 3 go towards RWS 299. And this will satisfy your freshman writing competency requirements. Another useful tool is the General Education's Requirement section of the 2025-2026 University Catalog. Let's say you're looking at your roadmap and you see that you need to take your GE English Composition in the fall semester. But since it doesn't list any specific courses on the roadmap, you need to know which classes to choose from to fulfill that requirement. Scroll down until you see the Specialized General Education Patterns, or you can click on that tab here. This will bring you to the hyperlinks and gives you examples of those classes. So for example, your 1A English Composition, if you click on that hyperlink, it'll go ahead and bring up all the different courses that you can choose to satisfy that requirement. At this point, you have everything you need to start building your fall schedule with confidence. You can use the SDSU roadmaps to see which classes are required for your major, the AP IB credit chart in the SDSU general catalog to find out which requirements you might have already fulfilled, and the SDSU class schedule tool to search for specific classes and section times. It's an exciting step, and here's my suggestion to help you feel prepared. Make a list of each required course for the fall and identify your top section choices. For example, if Econ 101 is required, look through the schedule and pick your top 3 section options based on the class times that works for you. That way, if your first choice fills up at your orientation session, you can go ahead and have backups ready to go without having to scramble. Let's say you want to take Music 151 to fulfill your GE art requirement, but it's filled up by the time that you register. No problem. Just revisit the list of GE arts courses and choose a different section or a different course with available seats. The same strategy applies to your Honors 113 class. Since this course is required for you to stay in the Honors College, make sure that you register for a section that has open seats. You're more than welcome to waitlist yourself for your preferred section, but just keep in mind that most students don't get off the waitlist into their section that they prefer, so please make sure that you are enrolling in an open section to guarantee yourself a spot. Pro tip, Before your orientation day, it helps to monitor which classes are open. Check seat availability 1 week before orientation, and then check it again the day before. This will give you a good sense of what to expect when it comes time to register. Students are usually enrolled in their classes by 4 p.m., so checking around that time the day before your orientation session will give you a fairly accurate idea of what will likely still be open. Being prepared with this information will make registration go much more smoothly and help you create a schedule that works best for you. All right, time for some FAQs. First, how much time should you schedule between classes? Generally, we recommend about 10 minutes between classes is usually enough time to get from class to class with a brisk walk. Second, how do you change your major? You won't be able to officially change your major just yet. However, you can pick the roadmap for your new intended major and use that to plan out your fall classes. You'll want to contact new student and parent programs by emailing orientation@sdsu.edu or calling 619-594-1509 to let them know that you'd like to change your major. That way they can assist you with attending the correct orientation day. Students can officially change their major after the university census date, which is September 22nd. Third, what if you're undeclared? That's great. Undeclared is one of my favorite majors here at SDSU because you're able to explore lots of different pathways. You can use the undeclared roadmap to plan your classes and connect with me if you have any further questions. If you're undeclared but you already know what major you want to choose, you should follow the same instructions as the question about changing your major. 4. How to plan your classes on MySDSU. Please go back and watch the earlier part of this video to see where I talked about how to plan for classes. It'll be much easier to go back and rewatch that portion. 5. What if you want a double major? You don't need a plan for that right now. Register for your classes for your intended first major and the GEs and honors classes, and then when things fall into place, we can start talking about adding a second major and incorporating those courses into your class schedule. And lastly, if you're living on campus in the Honors Residential Learning Community in Zura Hall, when will you find out who your roommate is? Please go ahead and contact Housing, the office at oha.sdsu.edu. All right, now you've done your homework. It's time to start building your fall schedule ahead of your SDSU orientation date. Just a reminder, you won't be doing this alone. You'll have plenty of support at your orientation session, including help from the SDSU ambassadors and the advisors when it's time to register for your classes. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It's going to make a big difference. You're already setting yourself up for success by feeling confident and prepared on your orientation day. And if you ever need a refresher, don't hesitate to rewatch this video. It'll still be here to guide you whenever you need it.